How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video. Today we're going to be looking at how you can get an artifact fully upgraded to the max gear score and then choose the ideal perks and gem for it, since the new gear system in New World might be a bit confusing for some people. But first, please consider giving the video a like and subscribe to the channel. It helps out massively. Now, let's get into it. I've noticed quite a few people as of late asking online how to upgrade their artifacts now, since we've gotten the new gearing system, as it still requires a bit of the old system and the new system to fully do. So, I decided to put this video guide together, taking you through a step-by-step process of identifying the right artifact, upgrading it, and perking it out so you can get 3 top-tier artifacts into your build. Hopefully, this can help a few of you out, as artifacts and the new upgrade system might look a bit daunting at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually pretty simple. If you're only looking for certain bits of information about this process, feel free to use the timestamps below to get to said section. Now, let's get started, going over the process as basic as possible in a step-by-step manner. First, you have to decide on what artifacts you want, and go out and get said artifacts. There's many different ways to get artifacts, from expeditions to PvP to world bosses, but don't worry, there's a simple way to decide on which you want, and then learn how to get it. I set up a website called New World Guides, which will be linked in the video description, and on that site is a page called Artifact List. If you head to this page, you can see every artifact currently in New World. So for example, say you're a Firestaff user, scroll down to Firestaff, look at the options you have, and then decide on which one you want to go after. The same goes for gear. If you want to stay in light, medium, or heavy, you can look in those sections, and then further by which gear piece you want your artifact to be. Once you've decided on your artifacts, head on over to their individual artifact pages on the site, and you'll be shown a video on how to get them. Go out and get them, doing whatever activity drops them, and then it's on to upgrading them. For the sake of this video, I'm going to be upgrading my Vampire's Vestments as an example. Once you equip your artifact for the first time, you'll be given a list of 3 artifact objectives you need to complete to unlock the perk slots on it, before you go over to the Gypsum Kiln to upgrade it to the next step. Some of these artifact objectives can be a real pain, but others can be very simple, like kill a few mobs in a certain area. If you're struggling to find the areas to complete the objectives, there will be quest markers on the map for you to look out for. If you're wondering what artifact objectives you'll need to complete for the artifacts you're going for, you can find that information out on the artifacts page on New World Guides. Not every set of objectives is up yet, but I'm working on it. So, I went and finished up all 3 artifact objectives for Vampire's Vestments, and then I headed off to the Gypsum Kiln. Here, you need a matrix for the gear type of the artifact you are upgrading, so weapon, armor, or jewelry, 500 dark matter, 5 gypsum orbs, and 1 chromatic seal. Hopefully you didn't salvage all of your dark matter before the new gearing system went live, thinking it would not be useful. The dark matter and gypsum orbs you can farm out pretty easily, but the chromatic seal and matrix you'll need to purchase. The matrix from the trading post, which is usually pretty pricey, and the chromatic seal from the faction vendor for 2,000 coins and 20,000 faction tokens. You do get given these items from certain seasonal events, the season pass, and even certain quests as well though, so maybe you already have a few of them sitting in your storage. But anyways, it's time to hit craft. Do note there's a crafting fee of a couple hundred coins though. If you wanted to save some coin, do the upgrade in a territory you have a lot of crafting discounts in. But once it's finished crafting, you'll have unlocked another slot on your artifact. Now it's time to bring it up to the maximum gear score. This is done by using Umbral crystals, the weekly capped resource you gain from doing endgame activities like looting elite chests, doing high-end expeditions, and even PvPing. It's the red currency you see pop up on occasion that you see at the bottom of your inventory beside your transmog tokens. I'm currently working on a guide on how to get these crystals as fast as possible, and as soon as it's done, it'll be linked in the video description and at the end of this video. But to use these crystals to upgrade your artifact, click on the artifact you're planning on upgrading, hit upgrade, and then you'll be taken to the upgrade menu. From here, scroll the bar to the right to however high you want the gear score of your artifact to be, and hit confirm. It took me 926 Umbral crystals to bring mine from 700 to 800 gear score. With your artifact now at max gear score, you have one final step, and that's putting perks and gems into it. Your artifact will already have a couple of perks on it, and a unique artifact perk which cannot be changed, but you can customize any of the perks on it with a circle slot indicator around them, and fill any empty slots as well to make the artifact best work for you. This is done by clicking on the artifact and then pressing Attach Charms, which will take you to the Charm menu. Here, you'll be shown all the slots you can modify on said artifact with gem, defense, offense, and skill slots. You'll find or purchase gems or charms with certain bonuses on them, which can then be put into these slots to change the perks on that artifact. With your gem or charm in your inventory, come to this menu, click on the slot you want to alter, choose what you'd like to alter it to, and then press Attach, and your artifact will have its gem or perks altered to what you chose on the new version. If you ever want to try out new things, you can change your gems and perks infinitely, but as you change them, you won't get your old gems or charms back in the process, so be aware of that. But now, you may be wondering, how do I go about deciding what gems or perks I should be adding to my artifacts? And I've got you covered. First, if you have a gem slot, you'll want to choose which gem will work best for you, and I find rune-glass gems tend to be the best bet here. For jewelry though, rune-glass gems currently can't be slotted into them, so just go with normal gems until that changes. To research my gem options, I like to head to a rune-glass station in any major settlement and browse what's available. First, click through all the empty rune-glass cases and decide on your case. You can see a description of what they do if you hover over their name or click on them. I use a fire staff, so I went with the rune-glass case of igniting for bonus fire damage. Then, start scrolling and hover over each kind of gem's version of the case you're going for. It'll tell you what bonus benefit that gem will give you, depending if you put it in a weapon or armor piece, along with your benefit from the rune-glass case. For me, I wanted some damage reduction to make me a bit tankier, so I opted to go with the rune-glass of ignited diamond. Now that I know what rune-glass gem I want, it's time to make or buy it. I have the weaponsmithing level to craft my own case, which will save you quite a bit of coin, so I headed over and bought the materials needed to make one on the trading post, as well as a top tier gem to put into it. Headed back to the rune-glass station, crafted my rune-glass case first, then scrolled down and slotted my gem in since I had the stone cutting level to do so as well. If you don't have the right levels, which is 180 weaponsmithing and stone cutting, you can buy one directly off the trading post, which can get a bit pricey because of the sheer amount of options there is on there. Or, hire a crafter to make one for you for a price. Ideally, if you're in a company with people you trust, ask if anyone is high enough of a level to craft and slot rune-glass gems, and if they are, you can buy the resources, give it to them, they craft it for you, and then they give it back to you so you can put it in your artifact. I usually offer some gold for their time, but I find company members are usually more than happy to do it for free, plus they get free crafting XP. But once you've got your ideal gem fully made, throw it in your artifact and feel the improvements. After that, you'll want to decide on perk slots. There'll be different combinations of offense, defense, and skill slots on all pieces of gear. Based on how many of each you have on your artifact, you have to decide on what you want from there. Maybe the perks your artifact came with are already perfect for you, and you won't have to change them, saving you some coin. But if they aren't, and you want to alter them, or fill in the empty slots, you can do that too. But first, you want to decide on which kind of perk you want to go after, and that's what we'll go over next. First, let's look at defensive perks, which can be slotted into the defense charm slot. You'll see on screen now a list of all the ones we got released with the Nighthaven expansion, along with what they do. Read through them, and decide on what you feel like your build is missing out on. Like for example, if you feel like you die too fast, you can get Wellness to increase your max health. Or, if you're a healer, Sacred to increase your outgoing heals. There's a ton of great perks to choose from here already, and there's most likely more to come on top of that as well. I wanted to make a leeching build, so I went with Anointed Lifesteal to up my lifesteal numbers. You can use a site like New World Database to find what drops these perks and farm it, or simply buy them from the trading post like I did. If you have offensive charm slots, here's a list of all the offense perks that came out with the Nighthaven expansion, along with what they do. Do the same thing, reading through and picking the one that complements your build best, and then go over and buy one. To complement my lifesteal build even further, I went with leeching to get my lifesteal numbers up. And finally, if you have a skill charm slot on your artifact, you can choose to power up one of your favorite weapon abilities. There's options for every kind of weapon ability in the game, so you'll see a long list scrolling on the screen now, but pause it when it comes to the section that goes over your weapon's abilities, read through all of the options, and choose the one that will benefit you the most. Once you've made, farmed, or purchased gems and perks for every slot on your artifact, head back over to the attached charms section, like previously shown, throw them in, and feel your artifact strengthen. But you now know how to find, acquire, and take your artifacts to the next level with the new gear upgrading system in New World. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them below, and I'll help out to the best of my abilities. Also, if the video is of any help to you, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. But until next time, have a good one. Thanks for watching another video, and a massive shout out to all the channel members and patrons seen on screen now. Links on how to become one in the video description. If you'd like to learn how to find all the tarot cards hidden around Nighthaven so you can unlock those elite chests, click on the video to the left. Or, for some other New World related content, click on the video to the right.